Allow me to speak. I am here on my last term. I am not coming back to this parliament. Allow me to express myself for the future of Uganda. We are not going to tolerate this nonsense and backbiting and undermining the whole principles of democracy. We have put ourselves on the line. I said before anybody agreed to go to State House just for a cup of tea. I cannot, no, Madam Speaker. This,
first calm down. Calm down.
When my country is going into a mess, we're going into an election, we're undermining the election, I will not be calm.
First, calm down. Calm down. You lay your document to lay the bill for the first reading. Yes. Let her finish, then you
Thank you very much, Right Honourable Speaker.
Now let Nakut finish for the record, then you come with the procedure.
Right Honourable Speaker, in accordance to Rule 134 of our Rules of Procedure, I beg to move that the bill entitled the Political Parties and Organizations Amendment Bill 2025 be read for the first time.
Thank you. Pursuant to Rule 135(2) of the Rules of Procedure, the bill stands referred to Committee of Legal and Political and Parliamentary Affairs.
Right Honourable Speaker, I have a copy of the bill and a certificate of financial implication. I beg to lay the certificate of financial implication and a copy of the bill.
Can I have a look at?
Procedure, Madam Speaker. Madam Speaker, I want to ask the Minister of Finance, at what time in the night did he produce this certificate of financial implication?
When we talk about efficiency, now...
Madam Speaker, I wish to inform Honorable Nandara that the government does not sleep. We worked within the time possible to ensure that we studied, we analyzed, and we have come up with a certificate of financial implications to the bill.
Next item. Yes, Patrick. Let Patrick first. Patrick was on the floor.
Thank you very much, Right Honourable Speaker. Right Honourable Speaker, I want to plead with you. Yesterday, when that same bill came here, we wanted to have a chance to debate its intention, the motion, the way it was ran to grant her a leave. It was a very high speed, not following the rules on how private members' bill come before us. In the same situation, Right Honourable Speaker, I'm seeing a member. Yesterday she was not the one on the order paper. Now she's here running as if she's trafficking something very dangerous to this nation. Right Honourable Speaker, with all due respect, private members' bills coming before this House, people must have the ability to talk about them, their purpose, and the members must debate and give permission to the member. But Right Honourable Speaker, the way things are moving, it looks like there is something serious being trafficked in this House.
Honourable members, there is nothing being trafficked in this House. Each member has a right to introduce a private member. If you don't want it, wait for the bill to come for the next reading and you reject it. The power is in you. You will not suffocate anybody from bringing a bill. You brought a bill here. You are the same person who withdrew your bill, Honorable Patrick. So let the lady exercise her power. Let's wait for the bill to come for the next reading. Let it go to the committee. If you have any issue with that bill, go to the committee and let it be rejected there. But as of me, I will not suffocate my members. Next item. Yes, Lop.
Thank you, Right Honourable Speaker. Honourable Speaker, there is a saying I read many years ago, I'm not even too sure who it is attributed to, that I may disagree with what you say, but I will defend to death your right to say it. I may have issues with the bill being promoted by my sister, Honourable Nakut, but I think she has the right to bring her bill, and then we get to see how we deal with it. My concern, and yes, we are going to have occasion to deal with it in the committee stage, and then ultimately when we get to the House and we discuss, how plausible it is that you can force people, you sit and negotiate and discuss by force. We'll get to that point. My concern though, Right Honourable Speaker, even as she has a right to bring any kind of bill in this House, I have an issue and I request for your guidance procedurally, Right Honourable Speaker. There is a hurriedness through which we seem to be doing these things, which is concerning. Yesterday, she did seek leave to bring this bill. I don't know where the consultations got to happen as quickly as they have happened. Certificate of financial implication.
The committee is going to make consultation.
Honourable Speaker, kindly allow me, because you're going to rule, let me just finish my procedural issue for your guidance, Right Honourable Speaker. So she's gotten the certificate of financial implication. Maybe in the night, government is saying they don't sleep. Okay. But then, and as I connect this even to the other bill that was tabled yesterday for the first reading, the UPDF amendment bill. Yesterday it gets to be read for the first time, and there is a notice in the night, and people are being told, different stakeholders, Ministry of Defense, Attorney General, Law Reform Commission, Uganda Law Society, LDC, Secretary Generals of political parties, who were invited in the night to say, you come with your memoranda this morning at 9 a.m. to the committee to give your views on the UPDF amendment bill. This is a bill that is over 140 pages. People receive it in the evening, and there is a notice, including a gazette, Right Honourable Speaker, which was signed by the clerk to Parliament, saying, bring your memoranda not later than today, 14th. I don't know. It is suspect, Right Honourable Speaker, that we expect people hurriedly read through this bill in the night, come in the morning with a memoranda and views. Why do we seem to be rushing, Right Honourable Speaker? Because if these bills are good, the political parties and organizations amendment bill, the UPDF amendment bill, if they are good laws, why do we produce procedure, Honourable Chimosho? The rules don't allow you. Thank you, Right Honourable Speaker. So as I was saying, why, if these are good laws, why I'm on procedure? Honourable Chimosho, you're a new member like me, kindly read the rules. The rules are very clear. Procedure takes precedence. The way I read as a first-time MP, I encourage you to also read them. And the new rules, by the way. Thank you, Honourable colleague. Honourable, as I was finishing.
You're not going to lecture my
No, I'm just encouraging him to read. Actually, Honourable Speaker, you should be happy that I'm encouraging members to read our rules. But as I finish, Right Honourable Speaker, if these bills are good bills, why do you not want to give them time? We excogitate over them. The different stakeholders get time to prepare their views and memoranda, come with it to the committees, and then we get to discuss them properly. Why are we hurrying? And Honourable Speaker, I want to table the notice that was put in the Gazette yesterday saying, bring your memoranda and your thoughts not later than today, and also the notice, the letter from the committee inviting Secretaries General and so on, written in the night saying, come at 9 a.m. and give us your views about a bill that's 140 pages plus. Why are we in a hurry, Right Honourable Speaker? Why do we not give it time, get all the views? Because they are good bills. Allow people to give their input, and then we can debate these good bills. Thank you.
Thank you. We are only trying to be efficient as Parliament, and we should do the work and deliver within the time we expected. But that does not mean that if we have said, if clerk has said, bring your views, that the bill will be brought the next day. The committee is going to continue interrogating and come with a report. I'm not saying they are bringing it today. Yeah, they will give the stakeholders time.
Madam
I
Speaker.
mean, there is no hurry.
Madam
There is
Speaker.
no hurry.
Madam Speaker.
Yes.
Thank you. Thank you, Right Honourable Speaker. The leader of opposition lectured me on how he has been reading the rules and how he has mastered them. But in his verbal utterances, didn't refer this parliament to any rule that has been breached by a member.
Done.
And when you're on a point of procedure, Right Honourable, he ought to have referred to us which procedure of our rules has been breached. But when you talk randomly, because you're a leader of opposition, is he therefore procedurally right to keep wasting parliament time because he's a leader of opposition and we listen to endless nothing?
Next item. Next item.
Item 4 on the order paper.
Jonah? What does the...
Thank you, right. Thank you, Madam Speaker. Madam Speaker, the procedure I want to raise is that yesterday you had made some guidance, you can call it a ruling, when the Honorable Matthias Mpuga had also sought to raise these issues, and you said he's free to go to the committee. I wanted you to be clear whether the committee can entertain proposals that have not formally been introduced here, given that the advice was for him to work with the mover so that his ideas are incorporated. That's the first one. But the second one is to congratulate, I think, the House and Parliament and you, Madam Speaker. My learning of how parliamentary system works is that whenever a private member's bill, which is a right, is successful, it is an equivalent of a vote of no confidence in government, because government is the principal proposer of laws. So once there is success by a private member, it is a vote of no confidence in government. And I want to congratulate the House. Thank you.
It is actually not a vote of no confidence to government. All of us are part of government. AG.
Right Honourable Speaker, the Constitution envisaged, the framers, our forefathers were very wise. They envisaged that when a private member wants to write a bill, he will work with government. And we work together so to be able to do the laws that are good for this country. So it is, but whether government fails or has an idea, we want to share your views as well. So it's not a vote of no confidence, but we shall look at the bill, and if we failed in our duty, we shall be sure to come and say we did, but I don't think we did.
UPC. Let me first hear from the president of UPC. On who? Let's hear from the president first.
Thank you, Right Honourable Speaker. I have a critical matter concerning this bill because it touches on iPod, where I have been central to in crafting and coming to a point whereby we can have this actual dialogue. But I would like to lay on table a letter written on the 2nd of April 2025, addressed to the Minister of Justice and Constitutional Affairs. It's a brief letter. I request I can read through it.
What is the letter about? I thought that's what you do take to the committee, you discuss it in the committee.
It's important, I think I read it and lay it on the table for the record. The subject matter is request to convene an urgent meeting between the heads of political parties and the Independent Electoral Commission on party funding. Subject to Article 14A.
Honorable Akena, we are discussing the merits of the bill which has not come to the floor. Attorney General, is that really? Huh? Let's have it taken to the committee.
My understanding of Rule 134 is that once it goes to the committee, we wait to deal with the committee, but I don't know whether it is. I was answering the question put by the speaker.
Right, Honorable Speaker, it would be helpful if we try to listen to one another,
Yes.
I think, which is the basis of dialogue.
Anyway, let's
It's a basis of dialogue.
let's allow him to
Just a second.
to have
Allow, Madam Speaker,
Right, Honourable Speaker,
That-
it's on the dress code.
done.
This is on the dress code, Right, Honourable Speaker. It's a
Done.
dress code issue, Right, Honourable Speaker.
Madam
It's in our
Speaker.
rules.
Okay, first sit. Honorable Jimmy, just a minute. Honorable Jimmy, we made rules here, but for today, the speaker gave Honorable Jimmy permission because he came and he sought permission in the office.
Thank you, Right Honorable Speaker.
Can we listen? Can we listen?
Right Honorable Speaker, we are trying to deal. We're
Honorable
dealing with a
honorable
very.
members, can we listen to each other?
Can we deal with a serious matter which is affecting the processes within the political parties? The purpose of this letter was written and was confirmed today by the Minister of State for Finance, who raised the issue that we're in the final stages of the budget process. Article 14A prescribes how finances to political parties are handled in election year, and the meeting was requesting that we streamline this issue with our work plans to the election. Suddenly, we find the private members bill, which affects Article 14A, which we had raised, and this letter was written. And Madam Speaker, if I cannot read the letter, at least let me say who it was copied to. It was copied to the Speaker of Parliament of Uganda, copied to the Leader of Opposition, copied to the presidents of NUP, FDC, JEMA, PPP, and the chairman of NRM, and the chairperson of the National Independent Electoral Commission. It was written by the President of Uganda People's Congress, signed and delivered on the 2nd of April. This touches the actual financing of political parties, and we're in the process, we're deep in elections, and now we're getting an amendment, and this amendment will directly affect this matter, which has been served on government, the ministry concerned, the political players concerned, and I'd wanted to lay this on table for the record because all of these, this letter was written on the 2nd of April to the Minister of Justice and Constitutional Affairs, Honorable Norbert Mao. The subject matter is request to convene an urgent meeting between the heads of political parties and the Independent Electoral Commission on political parties funding because of the stage we are in the electoral process. So the above subject matter refers, subject to Article 14A, Section B of the Political Parties and Organizations Amendment Act 2010 that provides for the political parties on equal.
The procedure issue I have a lot of respect for Honorable Jimmy Akena. I don't know whether now this parliament is going to begin working on letters. In fact, I thought he's going to lay court order. So the procedure issue I am raising, Madam Speaker, can I repeat? Because I said I have lots of respect for Honorable Jimmy Akena. But as a first son, he's been fantastic. He doesn't keep people in the basement or teaching them his language. But the point, Madam Speaker, I thought that the Honorable Jimmy Akena, because he's very forceful in his presentation, and actually I want to listen to him, I thought he's going to lay a court order. Because if I write a letter, why should Parliament be bothered by a letter that I wrote and stop business to attend to it? Because tomorrow, if I bring one of PFF, I have written to Electoral Commission, they haven't gazetted my party. So should I also bring it tomorrow and I stop discussion of a bill? Because the Electoral Commission has not issued me the certificate.
The letter is for information. It will not stop anything. it will not, it even doesn't make anybody worried. The law will go ahead.
Madam Speaker, as political parties, we are worried. We are worried. We have crafted IPOD, we have sat in IPOD, and the chairman of NRM described the action of NRM as unchristian in how they handle the rest of the political parties. This bill will undermine everything we have tried to work for, and therefore I am laying on table this letter written on 2nd April 2025 addressing the subject matter of Section 14A, which has never been implemented in this it has never been. Allow me to speak. I am here on my last term. I am not coming back to this parliament. Allow me to express myself for the future of Uganda. We are not going to tolerate this nonsense and backbiting and undermining the whole principles of democracy. We have put ourselves on the line. I said before anybody, I'm ready to go to State House just for a cup of tea. I cannot, no, Madam Speaker. This,
First calm down. Calm down.
When my country is going into a mess, we're going into an election, we're undermining the election, I will not be calm.
First calm down. Calm down. You lay your document.
I'm requesting that this is on record clearly. Article 14A, Section 14A of the Political Parties and Organization Act, the president of NRM describes the actions of NRM as unchristian. What we're doing now, as I said yesterday, is diabolical. We're undermining deliberately. Because out of nowhere, suddenly a bill comes, it is cleared, and this affects the very Section 14A. I am on record here, this is something which I am not going to sit down and let it pass unchallenged. What you're doing is wrong. I'm telling you, what you're doing is wrong. And history will judge you correctly. I lay this letter on table because it touched on the subject matter, it touched on the timetable which we're in. Because even if this bill is now passed, how is it going to be implemented when the budget is already in place?
Thank you.
Please let us be honest with ourselves. Let us be honest with the country. This kind of undermining democracy will not be accepted in the Republic of Uganda.
Thank you.
Madam Speaker, thank you.
Honorable members in the VIP gallery this afternoon, we have a delegation of leaders.